Hey Pam, how you doing? Happy Monday. It has decided to turn back to winter down here in the south, and I'm not quite sure I understand why. But it's been like summertime, spring and summertime for the last 2 weeks, and all of a sudden it's supposed to, we got a freeze warning, and there's snow in Mississippi, and it come a flood last night, and I'm like, whoa. Well, not last night, it was early this morning. But I got a weird message, and this is like the third time I've tried to record it, and so I'm going to do it this way. Okay, instead of showing you the examples of what I'm about to tell you. All right, you hear people say all the time, I can't do A because I don't have 1, 2, and 3. Or because I don't have 1, 2, or 3, I can't do, A. And they don't even go any further. It stops them right there. Well, today I'm doing laundry. I do not have money to go to the laundromat. I do not have a washer and dryer. My clothes are in the sink with the washing liquid and the bleach and soaking right now. So what I'm going to do here in a little bit is I'm going to go and I'm going to jostle them up, kind of play like an agitator. The center of the washing machine is what that is. I have a mop bucket. And it just so happens to be one of them that you tap with your foot and it spins and the mop rings out. And what I do is I put things that'll fit into that little spinner and I spin them out. This keeps me from having to do this because this hurts my hands. And so the less I have to do this, great. I have, them dog lead cables. I have one of those and it's hooked to my cabinet door and it's running across my living room, and right now it's got my underwear on it, my underwear and socks, because that was the first things that I needed. And I wanted to test the weight of the line because I got it tied to my curtain rod so it runs across the living room. But the moral of the story is, like, my roommate can go and he can afford to, go pay to have his clothes cleaned. And I can't. Because, hey, it takes nearly every dime I make just to survive. And, that's fine. That's fine. I'm not bitching, moaning, or groaning. But my point here is, no matter what you got going on in life, no matter what your laundry situation looks like, maybe, can't, never, could do anything is what I was taught growing up. And this is true. Very, very, very true. But what you can do is take your situation, take your problem, take your task, take whatever it is. Think. Look around you. I don't have a washer machine or dryer. So I'm using the sink, a mop bucket with a spinner on it, and a freaking dog cable as my laundromat. Why? Because I had those things when I didn't have a washer and dryer or money to go to the laundromat. Feel me? Yes, you do. So, I may not can do all my laundry at once, but I can systematically knock it out and get it done. And I can have cleanish clothes. I mean, it doesn't get them perfect, but I don't need perfect. I just need something that doesn't smell like body funk whenever I put it on. And yeah, I do tend to wait till I'm almost out of clothes. And I do have a lot of clothes for somebody who hadn't been in an apartment but since November, who was on the streets. I had a lot of clothes out there. For me, that was a necessity because there was a lot of times I couldn't even do what I'm doing now. Okay? Because I didn't have the resources or whatever. Yeah, sometimes when you're out there, it's hard to even find a way to wash. If you can't wash your body, it's hard to wash anything else. But I managed. Here's another thing that Spirit showed me. Here lately, I've noticed that there's some people I follow on Facebook that they left the United States, went to Costa Rica to get off the grid. and they are living off the land. And I'm not talking about, they pioneer days, but modernized it. And meanwhile, this dude has a whole bunch of old books, old Bibles, old stuff, truth-telling stuff that people don't know about. And he's scanning them into the system so that he can make them public. Anyway, I've been following him for a minute, and as much as I like my creature comforts, the freedom that I didn't realize I had. See, whenever you're not making a whole lot of money and you got to pay it all to somebody just to keep a roof over your head. Now, everything's included, all right? What you see, lights, water, all that is included, including internet. That's how I'm talking to you now. But there's none left over. And I had to take a roommate just to make, this even work. And I'm not sure that it's going to work forever. So I'm starting to think of what's the next plan for me and Pookie. Now, I don't want to go to the tent thing or nothing like that. So, I'm trying to... God's going to bring me the answers. I do know that much. Because when I got to this town, I was here to answer a call to get some drugs and help some destitute woman out in her house to keep her from losing her children, which turned out to be a bad idea. But it got me away from over yonder in Gulfport. And that, I think, was Spirit's point. Not to mention, it was on the same road as the AA house that I used to go to back in 2018 and that my mama went to many, many, many years ago. Decades before that. And I wound up getting clean and sober. Whenever I left that woman's house, I walked down the street, and there it was. My school that I went to as a kid was right across the street. And so I sat down on the bench out in front of the AA house, and people started showing up for a meeting. I believe it was a Sunday night. People started showing up for a meeting. No, it was Monday night. No, Sunday. Anyway, I forget. But people started showing up for a meeting, and I didn't say much to nobody and whatnot. And I just knew I was trying to phone home. I was trying to get a ride back to Gulfport for me and Pookie. Because I just loaded up all of our shit and came over here. Anyway, I still have not got that ride. That was back in August. I still haven't got that ride. Well, now, hindsight's 2020. I'm looking back because I sat on that bench, and what I did say to folks is, I'm just here trying to get... I told them what was going on, and I'm just waiting for the next right answer. Because I knew when I left that woman's house and I saw that AA house, I knew that was God. Immediately. I hadn't even got sober yet, but I knew that was God. So I sit down on that bench waiting for the next right answer. And the next right answer didn't come for a minute. Okay? And I've been here ever since. And look where I'm at now. So, before you say you can't, stop and think of what you can do to make your situation better, different, easier. Or to get you to the next step. Because I guarantee that if you sit and think hard enough, God will show you what you need. And you don't got to be sober for it. You don't have to do none of the things. God, if you ask Him to show you something, He's going to show it because He loves you. So, till next time, remember, you are not alone. We are going through this together. And I need you to keep coming back. You got this. I'm going to keep coming back, so you keep coming back. By the way, I'm making music now. Y'all listen to it, enjoy it, spread it. I don't know. But it's making me happy, so. Something I hadn't done in years. So, anyway, me and Pookie love you. You got this, all right? Till next time.